Hey, love. Welcome to the ChiLOVE Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. It's your host, Melanie Hogan. I hope all is well with you today as we talk about the OTF members who were involved in the FBG Duck murder back on August 4th, 2020. At the time when FBG Duck, aka Carlton Weekly, was killed in the Gold Coast area. Now, the Gold Coast area is the Magnificent Mall district. That's where you can go and get your Dolce, Gabbana, your Louis Vuitton, and everything is real. So it's money in the Gold Coast. It's money and status up there at the Magnificent Mall. So FBG Duck was up there shopping when some OTF members caught him lacking. These are the members who are supposed to be involved: Muwap, Zil Muna, Los Muna, C Murder, Kenny Mac, C Thing, and today they just picked up Gleech. Now, this not CPD that's picking them up. These the feds. This has turned into a Fed case. They are charging them with racketeering. They are charging them with RICO, just like they did R. Kelly. So time has been going on and people have been moving their own way, and the law has not been able to sufficiently place them behind bars in order to decrease the crime on the streets. So now we have the feds and the state attorneys and CPD, everybody. We have everybody now coming together to decrease crime. And now that gangbanger lifestyle is now mob action. They coming down on the whole group and they calling it a criminal enterprise. When you get listed, categorized as someone who is within a criminal enterprise, as someone who is looking at RICO charges or RICO conspiracy charges, racketeering, the Mann Act, and so forth, they're looking to give you either life in prison or the death sentence. They're not trying to make it to where you go to jail, you do your bids, you come out, everybody's celebrating you and so forth like you usually get. They trying to Larry Hoover everybody. So FBG Duck is known for his drill music. Now, why would FBG Duck, who is from Gyro City, STL, EBT, why would they be into it with OTF members? It is alleged that it was all over a diss track. And FBG Duck and Tuka was real life friends. If you hear mostly any drill music, they shitting all over Tuka. Time and time again. It's like he been dead for years, and it's like they just keep this man's name ringing. But they were really close friends. And FBG Duck made a diss track called Dead Bitches. Now, we know that you're not supposed to speak ill of the dead. And then that bitch word elicits a fiery response from people. That bitch word is a trigger word for a lot of people. A lot of people could argue up until that bitch word dropped. Nevertheless, it is a commonly used word. But I guess when you put dead bitches, that will make people feel some type of way. And King Von was a part of OTF, and him and FBG Duck were also rivals. So they were going back and forth and doing the normal Chiraq dance, dissing each other, in the songs and so forth, catching each other lacking in the streets. It's the lifestyle. That's their lifestyle. But FBG Duck was described as an idol. They said he was pretty popular. They said that a lot of people in Chicago was going to be hurt behind this man's death and that there were going to be repercussions. So, they say he got shot over 15 times in the neck and the chest. So they wasn't just coming to injure, they was coming to kill. Okay? And then there were videos that surfaced of Duck laying face down, moving and bleeding, that went all over social media. So a lot of people got a chance to see that, the aftermath of the shooting for themselves. He was not the only person who was injured in this incident. There were some other people who were injured, but he was the only one who died, and he was the target. So we've been having these type of situations go on for a very long time. And back when Trump was in office, he was publicly, hollering for the feds to come to Chicago. And Chicago let them in, and they have actually been working in the background for some time now. But seeing that Chiraq said that they was gonna amp it up, and they standing on it, the feds are amping up as well. Okay, they said that it was also $1 million bounty on Duck's head. In a news called O-Block Gang, a notorious gang. And it's Muwap and C-Thing who charged with the racketeering and the murder. So they're changing the way that this is going. We definitely have not seen anything yet, because I doubt that these racketeering charges are going to dissuade the rest of the people who live this type of lifestyle. Now, they don't have any clear evidence as of now, other than the car that that Muwak was in. They charging him. They saying that car can be seen. Both the cars can actually be seen in one of Muwak's videos on Facebook. When you watch the videos, they are alluding to bodying FBG Duck, and they laughing with it. So it is said that we have brazen acts of violence here in Chicago. And what the feds want Chiraq to know is that you all helped them arrest you all because about you bragging on social media. They watching your YouTube, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snap. They watching every move y'all making. They got somebody sitting and waiting for you all to come online, and they are watching, and they are listening, and they are taking notes. That's how they were able to build this indictment up. Why? Self-snitching, self-sabotaging. You're killing yourself. I don't understand you all even saying no snitching. Like, who is the no snitching for? You don't want nobody else to tell your business. You just want to tell your business. I mean, in that case, I respect that. But who is the no snitching for? Because you're snitching on yourselves. So much so that the feds was able to put a case together. So much so that they was able to put a case together. And this is what the feds have to say. Your day has come. Everybody that's been out here moving like you moving, your day has come. And if it has not come, it will come. And this is just bigger than this situation with OTF and members in FBG Duck. This is for everybody. You better make right what you can make right while you still have the chance. Because your time, your day really is coming. Your day really is coming. And I'm not just talking about, when the judgment day in front of the pearly gates. I'm talking about your day coming to be judged by men here on earth. So get it together, love. They say that they shot 38 shots from the four people that were shooting. And the fact that it happened on Oak Street. See, it's one thing if it happens on 71st, if it happens on 79th, if it happens on 63rd, 64th. But see, it happened on Oak Street where the money is. And when these type of incidents start to happen, FBG Duck's murder, plus the looting and the rioting that happened multiple times in 1 year, they was willing to leave Chicago and pull their money and pull their business out of Chicago. That's a no-no. We can't have that. So when you go and you tear up what is to be perceived as an asset for Chicago, and the people with the money start to say stuff, and the people with the money start to say, I'm going to take my money back. Now, the government is forced to do something to keep that business here. They're always complaining about a national deficit. So in a way, it was like a blessing in disguise that he got murdered in the place that he got murdered, because these type of stories happen every day. The feds were not stepping in until they hit Oak Street. Till y'all took it out the hood. And that's unfortunate. And then you wonder why people are rioting so and saying Black Lives Matter, because in the places where mostly urban people live, they don't have that money. And the stuff is going on there. And you're letting it, allow it to go on. But as soon as the people with the status and the money get disrupted, their everyday lives change, then it's time to do something about it. So regardless of what motivated them to move, they have moved. And they're going to continue moving. Okay? They hear everything that the people have to say about the police. You don't think they got a chip on their shoulder? They're able to use the condition of the city to fight against Mayor Lightfoot with this whole vaccination. Like, you think it's bad out here now, let us all decide that we ain't going to come into work and see how the city get out. A change has come, people. A change has come. So, FBG Duck was more than just an artist. He was more than just a prominent gang member. He was also a son. And Mom FBG, Mom Duck, Mama Duck, that's what they call her, Mama Duck. She's happy about the arrest. She's grateful. She also knows that, the place where her son got killed, that's what helped them to actually, bring some type of justice forth. She was even calling out for like a peace treaty so that, they won't continue these wars. But now that this has happened and some actual names and faces are linked to the body of FBG Duck, these boys not trying to hear any type of peace talk at this time. They don't even care that the feds are involved, because their goal is for them to get them. I done heard some of the Chiraq said they rather see they op dead than in jail. So the feds stepping in is like more justice for his mom and, the city, but not for his squad. So we can expect to hear about far more blicking, far more blicking than we have been hearing so far. So one thing I liked about Mama Duck, she's a pretty girl. I found out that she lost 5 out of 10 of her children. That lady got a very strong knowledge and faith of Mama Daddy God. And she was talking about, free will and how everybody, at some point it's going to be somebody's time to go. We all are going to die, just like we were all put here to live. She's a very strong woman. But she was talking about her last conversation with her son, you know, and something that struck out was that she asked him, "Where you finna go? You finna go home?" She said he stared at her for like 10 seconds and said, "Yeah, Ma, I'm finna go home." That stuck out to me because sometimes a person can feel their death coming. Sometimes people can feel when death is closing in on them. And I just wonder if within those 10 seconds that he was just staring at his mom before he answered her, if he had that feeling that he was going to die, but he just didn't speak on it. From, his mama, she said that she was going to continue to advocate for her son even after death, okay? She pushing to try and get a hold to this boy music. She's saying they're not allowed to pursue and drop his music. My heart just goes out to her mother to mother, because a mother's love is unconditional. And it's not to say that you agree with the decisions that your children made, but you still love them. You still love them no matter what. And even though her son had to show another side to the streets for his survival and protection, she got to see that love in that child. She got to see where his man really was, the type of knowledge that he really had, his heart. And she was disappointed in TT Lightfoot. She got on the news and she said that FBG Duck fancies himself as a rapper, but he is also a gang member. And it's like, you know, with those few words, you felt like you summed up who this person was as a whole. And that was just a part of his life. That wasn't who he was in totality as a man. But what you also have to understand is that people judge you by what they see, how you present yourself, the image that you set forth. I don't believe in images. I just like to be my little self. But the image that you set forth, the impressions that you make on people, the things that people hear about you, people are taking that information and trying to sum you up as a person. So you have to be careful how you present yourself out here. Everybody is a person, and, we believe in different things. We think differently about different things. But there are some certain things and certain images that we can portray that if some real life situations happen later on, it can be, a consequence for it, and perhaps a legal consequence for it. So, and it was just crazy because she said that this baby died on August 4th. August 5th was his grandmother's birthday. And on that same day, on August 4th, she found out that her daughter was pregnant. So she, running around with her daughter, she found out that she pregnant. And they also said that FBG Duck was shopping up there in the Gold Coast to purchase a birthday gift for his son. So this man is trying to get a birthday gift for his son. He finna, get ready to celebrate his grandmother's birthday anniversary the next day. He finna find out his sister, pregnant. He finna be an uncle. That's a lot going on, and I'm pretty sure that he wasn't thinking about any op stuff. And he tried to blick back, but his gun jammed. He tried to blick back, but his gun jammed. And apparently the people that he had with him were not blickers. So, and what's not surprising is that they said that Duck laid down there and lived 22 minutes after being shot 22 times with no help from the police. They said that the police did not try to stop the bleeding, did not touch that man until the ambulance got there. So he had been sitting there bleeding out that whole time. Now, what I have to say about that is, it's both sides. Because one, as a police officer, you're supposed to protect the lives of everybody, even if it is your own personal ops. And we all know that Chiraq and 12 are ops. But on the other hand, Chiraq has developed their own laws within the city of Chicago. So, and you don't want 12 involved, but when you get shot and you die, then you want 12 involved. We need to make a fine line on that so we can, decide where everybody stands on that issue. Yeah, I think y'all have to sit down and think about that. But a lot of people, it's not even just the feds. OTF, Lil Durk and them trying to see who's snitching. People are starting to unfollow each other. Lil Durk said he finna go get his high school diploma. He kind of distancing himself from the situation. It's just a lot that is just going on the law side and on the Chiraq side. So it's going to be a lot of in-house activity going on with each other as well when they find out who's snitching. Because that snitching is a no-no. No, I say. It is a no-no. But nevertheless, this is how it has been going. We haven't seen anything yet. They saying that a lot of people knew too much about certain little things. People who was talking, they supposed to be getting dealt with by those people. They're describing this type of behavior as terrorist-like behavior. Now, for those of you who are active members in Chiraq, I'm going to read this to you so that you can do whatever it is that you need to do, because they coming at you all under this criminal faction as well. You all are going to be categorized under the criminal enterprise. And let me tell you what that is. An ongoing organization whose members function continually as a unit for purpose of achieving objectives in an enterprise. Acquiring, preserving, or protecting power, territory, operation, proceeds for the enterprise through the use of threats, intimidation, and illegal trafficking and controlled substances, including but not limited to murder and other acts of violence. Who that sound like? A lot of people in Chicago. That sounds like a lot of people in Chicago. Lots. That sounds like a lot of people all over the world. But definitely here in Chicago. They don't like when you publicly say fuck them. They don't like when you in front of the cameras and you like ain't nothing gonna happen. I'ma still do what I'ma do. And they went to school and got degrees and all type of training to be in their position. And in their eyes, you little lowly peasants thinking that y'all run something. They trying to show y'all that y'all don't run it like y'all think y'all do. Like y'all think y'all do. The feds have a 96 to 98% success rate with their cases. And you want to know why they said it? They said it's because they're patient. They're patient. They leave no stone unturned. They are thorough. And they put all their facts together in alignment to tell the story. See, war is more than just being tough. You have to have a certain amount of intelligence as well. You have to know when to just run up, and you have to know when to sit back. You have to know how to, Jesus. It's a way to do this, and you're doing it wrong, and that's because you're up under the Savage Act. And that Savage Act calls for public chaos in the middle of the day, in the midst of the crowd, while the police right there. That's what makes you savage, because of your boldness. But it's that same boldness that has now turned around to work against you and helped you whoop your own ass. Y'all probably think that, oh, there's so many videos, they ain't gonna be able to keep up with us. No. People are paid to do this. They are keeping up with you. And the little stuff that it seems like you're getting away with, that little thing right there just not going to give you the type of time that they want you to have. So they let you feel like you're free. It's like a mom when she does random checks through the phone or through the room. They know that you check it, but you let them feel comfortable and feel just free to be themselves. And then you pop up, phone check. Because I want to see who you've been while you were feeling free to just be yourself. And then they have more than enough evidence to make it stick. There has been so much violence in Chicago that we are now at this point. To where you all could put guns up in babies' hands and let them go and shoot somebody, that's over with. They're giving these little kids real people jail time. They're not playing. So this is going to be interesting to see how everything turns out. I wish it didn't have to go this way. But if this will help the innocent stop being murdered, if this will help people not continuously try to force other people to be a part of their gang for their survival, if this will help, then it is what it is. I've been telling you all ever since I started this show, like, get some organization about yourselves. It should be severe consequences for those who miss their mark and an innocent person die. You should not be making the streets of Chicago afraid of you, because the streets of Chicago not your doggone ops. It's just a lot of residents trying to live here and make a life. The things that you have going on with your ops should be in some type of area. I don't know why. I know that if you have a sniper on your gun, that's definitely more time. But it's like, my God, you can always argue that you were trying to be considerate of the residents who had nothing to do with the situation. I'm saying it's the way you do things. My heart is with everybody here in Chicago. And yes, this baby got killed, FBG Duck. But some OTF members lost some loved ones as well. And like I said on the previous show, they are killing each other out of love. So it's just unfortunate that we've had to come to this point. But I look forward to talking to you all again on the next ChiLOVe Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. Hugs, love.